And kasama pa yung Hi guys, this is Gian. Welcome to another episode of our live stream where we interview and talk to amazing, inspiring people who are who are actually doing crazy stuff in the Philippines. No, so as you know, Experience Philippines is actually an experienced company. So we basically look out for inspiring individuals who are actually creating changes and doing something quite interesting. And our guest for tonight is actually we actually got to meet him because after the show of the drones and uh, my friend si Jeff, I introduced us to him and it turns out like wow, he does amazing stuff. Like kasi nga yung before we were discussing about drones, 'di ba? Many of them are actually like yung may mga they have a kit, but some of them are actually created and designed using 3D printing. I think some of the works of Jeff are actually 3D printed, and he actually has his own 3D printer at home. And he said, "Oh, why don't you guys meet a friend of mine who does 3D printing, and he's also part of the drone community, and he does amazing stuff." And so that's the reason why we are here. We actually have a special guest. His background is actually quite interesting as well, kasi he's not really an art 3D printer business, but he's actually a pilot in training. So he's actually going to be a pilot, and it's amazing how you combine. It doesn't necessarily if you have a passion project that you're just going to be doing specifically that thing. So you can have your own interest and you have your own career, but do something amazing like your passion project. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to Timothy Reyes. So hi, Tim.
Hi, good
Good
evening, Sir
evening.
Gian.
Huwag mo kasi sirrin.
Sanay eh.
O nga,
Yes,
okay lang yan, okay
good
lang yan.
evening,
Kamusta?
everyone.
Kamusta ka?
Well, doing great. Tambay dahil sa pandemic ng konti, doing 3D printing and waiting for my test sa aviation for the licensure.
Ang galing nga, natuwa nga ako dun You're actually like a pilot. And you do 3D printing. Actually, natuwa rin ako
Yeah.
na you actually had time for tonight. I know you've been pretty busy as well, and very happy that Jeff actually introduced us to you. Kasi nga, when I saw your work and I saw like, yung pinakita mo lang before this part of the show, before we went live, we were blown away. Parang, pwede palang gawin yun. It's just amazing. So anyway, tell us something about yourself and what you basically do. What's your background first? And then segue tayo sa 3D printing.
Okay, my background is more of the technical background. So I studied from Don Bosco Technical Institute from grade school to high school. That's where I learned how to do electronics, using the power tools, hacksaw, the 3D modeling, and even cars. That's really the foundation. Then I went as for my college, I went through Pat's College of Aeronautics as an avionics course. Basically, it's the electronics of an aircraft, which after that, nag-transition sa pagiging pilot. It's like technically planned na gusto ko talagang dati pa to fly those planes. Pero I didn't really know if magiging piloto ako, magiging mechanic ako, or just do what I really like doing, which is this 3D printing, RCs, and electronics.
Pero
And then,
yung pagiging pilot mo, when did you start studying ba? Aviation.
2019, yeah, 2019.
Di ba usually hours siya for yung parang credit is actually number of hours you...
Yeah, it's really by the hours. I'm already at my 197.
So, do you do simulations rin? Like yung mga... That's how you do
Actually,
it now?
I'm about to take the Airbus simulator soon. I'm just waiting for my instrument check ride.
Good luck! Galingan natin dyan!
Really the big birds. Waiting for that. Pero syempre, timing, still the pandemic. I'm just waiting for the right timing. Mahal din yung training eh.
I'm sure. Ano, online
No.
classes rin? Online classes rin?
No. Meron namang
On
syempre,
ground?
socially distanced kami and there's a classroom. Mga iba naman kasi, it's more of a hands-on thing.
Yeah.
So, we've been through the classes talaga na face-to-face before the pandemic. So, less na siya. It's really the actual flight, operating the aircraft and communication and just really aviating.
Saya. Dream ko dati maging pilot.
Yeah.
Pero parang feeling ko, baka mamatay lang lahat ng mga taas pag ako
It's safe.
lumipad.
It's safe. As long as you're with a good company.
Baka gawin ko
Flying
siyang
with...
bago yung siyang F4 or F16, bilis sa kanila.
Experience Philippines pa naman talaga, no? You'll experience a lot flying.
Say, paano ka nagsimula sa How did you start with like the tech side of 3D printing? I mean, I know that it's just kasi I remember when Jeff and I were talking about 3D printing circa we met each other 2013.
Yeah.
We became best friends then, no? And then he was actually involved. He was actually obsessed with like the idea. We saw it nga in Kickstarter pa yung mga gamit na piniprint. Sabi niya, one day bibili rin ako niyan at magkakaroon rin ako niyan. Ganun siya. That was true enough. A few years ago, like he already started having like his own 3D. He starts making like mga small para sa drone niya. So ikaw naman, how did you start out with the love for 3D printing?
Una, was for toys actually. Robots. Kasi, alam mo, nakakatamad maglagari ng bakal, tapos ang sobrang gulo ng kwarto ko. I do everything inside my bedroom, okay? Bedroom. Sobrang alikabok. And tapos my parents will barge in. Ano na yung kwarto mo?
Yung nanay na nakaganyan ba, no?
Sobrang dumi talaga.
Ay, nanay!
You'll be looking at the internet, seeing those 3D printed objects like print mo lang, as in press print, overnight pagigising mo, tapos na.
Wait.
Kasi,
bakit overnight? Matagal ba mag-print?
Pag sobrang laki, it really depends. Pag robotics kasi yung back in high school, malalaki yung parts. So, it really takes 7 hours, 12 hours. Wow. Pero itong sa mga drones, take 1 hour, 3 hours. Which is actually, pwede na.
Oo nga naman. Kasi kung 24 hours, parang mahirap yata yung 24 hours ka maghihintay.
Pero technically, it's like 24 hours or maghihintay ka ng shipment sa US, which is like 4 days.
Okay na ako sa 24 hours.
So, yun, di ba? Convenient. Tapos yun dati, pag manual mong gagawin, lagari and all, wala akong tulog. So, I'll fabricate my components, my robotic parts, and the whole day wala akong tulog. Punta akong school, 6 o'clock na umaga. So, yung nagka-3D printer ako, talagang it's really, I was able to sleep, then make more prototypes, improve my designs, and yun, my hobby, yung mga RCs, drones.
May ano ka, meron kang like progression on like when you started out from prior to the 3D, how it looks like, and then the 3D, and then now? Like, do you document that?
I believe may video pa rin ako.
Sige, tingnan natin.
Parang actually walang progression eh. Naging stagnant ako. Parang
hindi, I'm sure kasi kung robotics siya before, tapos yung mga nilalaga-lagari, tapos naging 3D printing, I'm sure na laki ng dramatic rin yung change nun.
Hanapin ko lang sa YouTube. Pero ano kasi, yung nag-college na ako, nag-focus sa aviation. So, robotics medyo nabawasan, pero 3D printing was there. Pero technically yung kagaya kay David na electronics din siya, hindi ako yung nagka-calculate. More of hands-on ako na just print for the project para masubmit.
Ako naman ikaw na muna yung gumawa. Ako na yung magsasalita.
Tulog lang ako. looking it up.
Ayan, you can share your screen anytime, sabi ni Bossing. Tingnan natin. Actually, natuwa ako dun sa pinakita mo kanina. Gusto ko pa rin pakita natin mamaya yung ginawa mo yun. Yung
Sige,
sa
sige.
Star Wars. Nakakatuwa yun.
Share ko lang.
Pero you're into robotics rin. Like, do you actually do like the, like, parts, like, I don't know how you call it, like electronic parts and creating like a robot?
Yeah,
Like
I do, pero nagano na. It's like I'm leaving Angelo, my best friend dyan, to do it. Pero naiintindihan ko pa rin ginagawa niya. Pero it's like, 40 mo na yan. Iba na yung career ko eh.
Aviation na, lipad na lang sa aeroplano.
Well, nakikita ba yung video? Is it streaming?
Ayan. Pakita natin.
Ito yung mga first projects ko. January 4, 2015. The Hidden Blade.
Ito ba yung sa, wait, ito ba yung sa Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Astig! Astig!
So, that's 2015. I'm actually 22 years old right now. So, was really young. Tapos nga, it's just stayed there actually. It's like, talagang technically inclined na ako. I'm just connecting the dots mechanically and doing me.
But did you basically study that the the physics or the or is just like by ano lang yan, by trial and error?
Lumabas lang talaga sa utak ko.
Lodi talaga, Lodi.
Like I don't know, I don't understand my brain, pero it's just the passion. I think it's because Don Bosco. Doon talaga, it's a technical school eh. Talagang from work education, they teach us how to do woodworking, CAD, computer technology, drafting, mechanical, and automotive. Napaghalo siya lahat so that I can find my passion, who I am, what's my skill. So, and doon din na-develop talaga yung course ko talaga for my college.
Prior to the 3D printing, you mentioned kanina RC. So you build RCs ba before?
Yeah, actually it's just a kit yung Tamiya.
Oh, is that the one at the back? Kasi I see the one there's
I have one at the back, although there's not Tamiya. This one.
Oh.
This one can take a beating. Bilis to, 56 kilometers per hour.
What?
Yeah.
Where do you bring that?
Just a park. I want to race, pero I'm still waiting for people to get one of these Philippines. There are races. Pero kailangan may mga minimum players para magkaroon ng event or...
Is that the one na ginagawa nila dun sa Circulo Verde? They have like
meron din sila, meron.
Merong parang hills eh. I see mga RCs na nag-race doon.
Yeah.
That's the one, no?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, grabe. Lumilipad talaga yung mga sasakyan doon. Yeah. Like they fly.
Yes.
And it's just crazy. That was really
that started with my ninong. Yung baby ako, hinahabol ko yung mga RC. Same with my dad. Hinahabol ko yung RC, tapos inuupuan ko. May project nga actually eh. Yung may RC ako na inupuan, tapos nasira, it's still here with me. Yung mga parts nga, I'm still planning to restore the RC.
Okay,
I was like 3 years old, dito pa rin yung parts.
So,
sinira ako kasi inupuan ko.
Sinakyan mo kasi.
Sinakyan ko.
Medyo mahirap nga naman talaga yun. Pero okay lang. Since may 3D printer ka na, pwede mo na gawin yung mga parts. Tama?
Yeah, kaya.
Kaya lang. Kasi yun ang alam ko ginagawa ni Jeff. Pag may kailangan siya na parts na hindi niya mahanap, he will actually do a 3D printing of the parts if it's small. Tapos parang napapagana niya yung mga...
Gopro Mounts, lalo na ba yung travel dito? Have you ever wondered or parang nagka-problem sa GoPro Mounts? May ganun ba kayong issue?
Wala pa lang na-encounter. Pero I suppose meron siguro mga ganun na cases.
Kasi sa 3D printing, it's like the angle of the mount, you can change it to your liking and...
Preference, no?
Yeah. with let's some motorcycle, pwede ka gumawa ng mount sa drone or sa surfboard, which I have here.
Meron ka rin surfboard.
Yeah, pero di ko na. One
Ang
time
grabe.
use lang.
Ang daming ganap. Nakakatuwa naman. Ang daming ganap Okay, sige, game. So, what does it mean to have like a 3D print? Kasi parang it opens up a whole new world in terms of creation.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang that's how I look at
Yeah.
Parang the obsession of the mind to be able to execute something that you hear in your head and actually see it in reality. That's basically what 3D printing does. Kasi nga,
Yeah.
because nga, unlike before, inaano pa siya.
Lagari.
Sinilagari mo pa siya.
So,
Sige, tell us something about it. How does it work? I mean, how did
So
that?
in this generation, what it means to have a 3D printer is technically mas competent ka na because this generation demands a lot of skills. Hindi lang magaling ka sa isang side na to. But you have to know, I believe, you have to have developed 3 skills to survive. I think it's more, pero you'll need those skills, especially for the younger generation ngayon. Mga may STEM sila, di ba yung STEM, yung mga senior high.
Yeah,
It requires them to know more about science, math, and this is one of it. What it needs technical skills, and then making your ideas to actual products. That's the goal of STEM, din, di ba?
You can come up with prototypes pa, no?
Yeah, you can actually the things you can make on the 3D printer, you can deliver to the market actually and make it maging actual product siya na pwede mo mabenta.
Oh.
So it's part of the things where it can make you successful, or it can start your business, which is madami talagang gumagawa niyan ngayon. 3D printing is booming because of the pandemic. Lahat ng mga tao na walang ginagawa, what do? They 3D print their toys from their childhood, yung mga Voltes 5, di ba?
Pwede pala yun?
Yeah, may models online kasi. You just download and you can
can you do a sample like I just want to know the process of it, like how does it
Yeah,
work?
I'll show
I have
the
no
process.
idea. I have no idea of 3D printing, like zero knowledge. Nakita ko lang
So-
ginawa ni Jeff sa bahay niya. Pero parang
So-
okay.
Sige, pakita ko na muna. 3D printing starts with a spool muna of filament. Ito yung material. Hindi ko lang kita. Pero parang spaghetti noodles na continuously rolled. And
Is that made of plastic or made of like a certain
plastic siya, or what we call polymer.
polymer?
Parang hot glue gun lang siya. Pag tinunaw niya ba, may mabubuo.
Okay.
Now, if you put a controlled head na makakontrol mo yung direction, layer by layer, you're starting to build something, right? Parang pag pinatong mo yung super glue. And that results to these objects. Layer by layer yan. Ito yung base niya, nakapatong sa printer. Binububo niya papataas. Now,
any any direction?
Not exactly, kasi di pwede, since it's a nozzle, parang hot glue gun. Pag biglang 90 degrees, magsasag yung filament, right? Yung ilalabas yung magsasag. So, there's a design process for it and some technical limitations because you can't print everything. You're limited by gravity. So, let me show you how to start 3D printing. Share ko lang screen ko.
Go. I am so curious about it.
So, meron tayong tawag na Thingiverse. And this place, kunyari wala kang background sa 3D modeling, you just want something or a fix for your house, parts,
Charizard.
or you're into Pokemon. Ito, example. You want a Pokemon model for your room. may 3D model, and then just download it. Download.
That's a website?
Yeah, Thingiverse.
Thingiverse?
Then, switch ko lang yung stream page.
Ay, gusto ko yata magkaroon ng 3D printer ngayon. Parang masarap gumawa ng action figures. Like, parang masarap na gumawa ng mga little, like yung mga characters in your favorite anime.
Entire screen na lang. So, etong software naman to, it converts the 3D model to a format the machine can understand.
Okay. Do you need a very fast computer?
It depends.
Whoa!
Kasi may mga 3D models na sobrang detailed. Actually, these are, if you zoom in, sa loob niyan are actually small triangles or polygons.
Wow.
And pag mas detailed yung 3D model mo, bumabagal yung computer mo. Pero most of the time, kaya naman eh. So we just select that and don't bother this. Tagal itong slicing. We call this a slicer because it, parang a whole object, kakat niya into sections yung from base, the moment sa heat bed up to sa top 2D section niya. Section niya. I'm just waiting for it to generate muna.
Okay lang. So,
Complex yung napili mong eh.
sorry Madali ako ma-distract sa mga
Ito, may top view ako. Kita naman yung the screen.
Oo, grabe.
So it starts like this from base.
What
It will work its way up. Layer by layer yan.
Ang talino naman ng ano na yan? Ng program. Wait, ano yung color green sa side?
Support materials. Ito yung sinasabi ko, you can't just print anything kasi yung pag-extrude ng material, you can't just print it from thin air. You have something, parang it's a sacrificial pillar. Para dyan niya linalagay yung filament para mabuo. Kung wala tayong green, mahuhulog yan. It will just turn into mga...
Wait, question. Ang tawag dito, is that the automatically dictated by the program? Like it will basically based on your design choice, like image choice or Charizard, for example.
It's dictated by the program. Manual, because sometimes these green stuff pillar support materials consume material. Pag mahal yung material mo, sayang din. It's a few grams din.
Oo. Tsaka depende kung gaano kalaki.
Yeah, and then the filament I have here varies from 700 to 2,500 pesos per 1 kilogram.
Wow. Ilan na lang consume per day?
Actually, throughout the years, kilograms. At sobrang dami na. I have stacks. We had a room full of ubos na filament like this. Hundreds of it. Especially during the pandemic, yung start ng pandemic. 3D printing for a cause. Where we 3D printed face shields and face mask straps. So almost everyone in the Philippines contributed to in that event. So lahat kaming may 3D printer, nag-donate kami ng face shields sa mga frontliners.
Yes, and that was during I think that was during April, di ba?
Yeah. Start talaga first 4 or 6 months of the pandemic. Doon rin dumami yung those people who got into 3D printing. Sobrang dami na ngayon. So, it's, para sa akin it's a must to have a 3D printer. You have to experience it.
Ako kung ako lang yan, baka mamaya buong bahay na meron madami na waste na filament.
Yung mga, ako nagtuturo ako ng how to 3D print. I'm part of a community din. And there are two groups. Moderator ako sa isa. Isa naman, standby, nakiki-comment lang and tulong sa members. Kasi it's a challenge din actually.
How's the community like there are a lot of people going into in 3D printing now. Like it's like para kasi alam ko kasi like for example like drones. The drones is actually very hindi pa ganun kalaki but you have a very niche and then very solid yung community, magkakakilala lahat. Is it the same for 3D printing?
Yeah, each one has their own niche then or market. Kung kagaya ko na they have a 3D printer pero they want to sell kasi mahal rin yung filament eh. And if you have big projects, you need money.
For sure. Tsaka if you wanna finance your
community.
Tama nga naman.
Ito is all my fans, my flying. Sana lang humingi ng pera sa magulang ko. Mahal kasi nakakaya humingi.
Totoo naman. Kailangan natin ng paggastusan. Ipunan na.
Visit 3D Shit for your drone needs. Customize. May stream ka.
Ayan.
I can make you a logo 3D printed.
Wow!
You're into games, have those. Yes, pwede actually. I'm willing to give.
Sige, wait, show us the things that you've done so far.
So, my market talaga is drones. I believe napakita na to.
Yeah.
This one, 3D printed action camera mounts, accessories niya, GPS mounts, and actually, I made this whole drone kay Jeff rin. I fabricated the cover parts through 3D printing then actually. I made a machine that could cut carbon fiber through 3D printing. Then, ito yung, pwede mo pakita yung gusto mo kanina.
Bakit natin? Gusto ko yan!
Ito yung
the best ever. Oh my God.
I made this
Stormtrooper.
Me and my dad actually. 2015. I made this. Nagluluma na to actually. Gusto ko yung Mandalorian pero...
Wait. Sorry. Wait.
Natandang ko.
Tim, saan yan? 2015 pa yan?
Yeah, 2015 pa to.
Lupet! Grabe ka! alam mo ba?
Yung Mandalorian.
Kasi naging sikat ngayon ng Mandalorian eh.
Yeah, mas cool din eh. Yung metallic feel talaga eh. Luma rin. And then... Actually, pwede ka mag-cosplay. Pwede ka magbenta niyan. My industry aviation RC planes actually. Yeah.
Wala. Ayan. Whoa! I see it.
Project sa 3D printed plane.
Nice. Does it fly?
So this one actually, may isa ako eh. Yeah, it does fly. Yung isa yung lumilipad pero I'm doing some repairs. Ito spare plane lang to. Tapos na-paint ko na eh. So parang ayoko gamitin.
Pwede ka mo gumawa ng Millennium Falcon? Okay, X-Wing?
Meron actually. May mga gumagawa pero I don't want to waste filament kasi technically matatambak lang sa kwarto ko eh. Ibenta mo na lang, madaming bibili niyan.
Mga Star Wars fan.
Madami na rin kasing may 3D printer eh. Ako kung makikita yung sa loob. It's fascinating.
What's that?
Kita ba yung that's a wing an airplane.
Wow!
So when you get up and close, it's really interesting. Ito, medyo see-through yung sa loob niya.
Can you put it closer sa camera?
That's what you see. What you see inside the airfoil.
Wait, there's actually hindi siya pala buo. Meron siyang parang
Nakakat to actually.
Oo.
Super glued. Kasi you can't print it in just one printer. It's sectioned.
Galing.
And other than that, let me get something.
Sige, excited ako. Ang dami Woohoo!
For the gaming community, if you know this little guy, Hollow Knight's another one of my market.
Oh. You know what? I remember I don't know if you've ever encountered like something like these. Alam mo yung nauso, hindi ko alam kung uso pa siya ngayon, but I remember 4 years ago, yung mga gaming boards, mga game boards.
Yeah. Meron din nun.
Di ba yung mga characters,
miniature.
Miniature nila. I remember nakita ko yun na gumagawa talaga sila ng parang Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
D&D siya.
Meron.
Pero
uso pa rin yun.
Uso pa rin ngayon yun?
Yeah.
What?
That's they're using a different printer for that. Resin naman siya, liquid siya. It's not like this spool, it's resin, liquid siya.
Pero 3D printing rin yun? Kasi
Yeah,
I saw the yung itsura niya, tapos after pag pinaint na, legit yung itsura.
Yeah.
Akala mo parang yung mga binebenta sa mga One Piece na malalaki na yung mga anime na characters, like, wow, ganda. Super ganda.
It's a thing talaga. It's also their hobby. Hindi ko lang na gusto yung hobby na yun kasi wala akong painting skills. Ang hirap din yun
Mahirap nga yun, totoo yun. Mahirap nga yung painting skills.
Small paintbrush, tapos yun, lilit ng details. It's just kasing laki ng thumb mo yung figure.
Yeah.
Hirap nun.
Nakita ko kasi meron sila magnifying glass. Tapos naka talaga. Tapos they painstakingly do it. Kaya mahal.
Yeah.
Ang mahal ng isang figure na gano'n. Like, shikes, grabe yung mahal nito.
That part, this also brings us to another opportunity sa market. Yung mga nagte-3D model, yung digital artists and game designers, they can actually make a living during this pandemic if they have a 3D printer. Kasi yung mga designs sila, may it be Marvel or their favorite superhero, and sa games na figurines, yung mga Dungeons and Dragons, they can sell their designs or printable objects online. And it really pays a lot. Internationally, ang daming bumibili ng 3D model. Sometimes you don't even need to have a 3D printer. You just need to design the model, the character, and just upload it online where people can pay.
Tama, no? The one you showed kanina, yung website na yun, that's the one.
Yeah, may mga iba pa for talagang talagang hardcore talaga sa detailed, talagang paid tig $15 per model, $20. Doon talaga you can make a living there actually.
Kung matalat lang ako dyan, baka ginawa ko na, pero wala talaga akong talent sa ganyan.
Pero when it comes to common stuff in the house, you can make, let's say, yung microphone mount mo, you can 3D print something para hindi kita or mas ma-convenient sa'yo. Camera mounts and...
Wait, tanong ako, how big is your 3D printer? Like, is it like a massive size? Or like, kailangan siya maliit lang? Or madami dapat na 3D printer? Or madami kang types ng 3D printer?
We have 4 3D printers lang actually. And take note, may mga iba dyan, 15 3D printers sa bahay.
What? Seryoso yan?
Yeah, may mga printer farms dito sa Philippines.
May ganon?
May mga addict. Mga iba dyan, walang business. Addict lang talaga sila.
Pwede makita yung sure ng 3D printer mo or hindi siya may papakita?
I believe I have a picture here.
Yeah. Sige.
during the pandemic na show it.
Grabe, ngayon ko naisip na, no? Parang pwede nga, if your imagination is wild, like you're very creative and imaginative,
Yeah.
you can actually literally create anything. If you're good at design nga lang, like if you're
Yep.
good at 3D design.
Kita ba yung image?
Hindi pa. Pa-share ng screen. What? So that's how it looks like pala.
Yeah, this is like the mid-tier printer. Ito yung this one is the one I recommend for beginners. May pagkamahal siya, 46,000 to 50,000.
Can you zoom on it? Cool.
This one,
And that's not, how come orange yung filament niya? Iba't iba pala yung kulay?
Yeah, you can customize it. Once you have the 3D printer, you can print its own parts or replacement parts.
So those are actually gawa mo na?
Yeah. Actually,
parang ayaw mo ng ordinary stuff, no?
mga upgraded, actually, ganito yun when we got it. We slowly upgraded our printers para maging, parang mechanically and electrically efficient.
Pero ikaw gumawa, like,
it's open source, but you have to source your own parts and sometimes customize your own parts.
Wait. So, question. This one you bought or this one you actually made?
It's both kasi
hybrid! You bought it and you redesigned it?
Yeah.
Okay. You're a genius, man. I will not be able
actually,
to do that.
I'm with my brother. Maybe I can bring him next time.
Sige.
Yung orange kasi yung sa brother ko, yung silver yung sa akin.
Ayan na sa'yo.
Ito yung sa akin.
Bakit? Wait, ano yung sa gitna? Like the one in the bottom part. Yeah, that one. The gray
This one, those are just
No, the one in the middle part, parang under the film, back there. Parang yan, yung orange na yung sa gitna.
Sa gitna?
Sa pinakababa. Yung sa baba, pinakababa. Yan.
This one, this display?
Yeah, what's this one?
It just shows yung temperature ng extruder mo, the heat bed. This thing actually heats up para kumapit yung polymer mo or yung filament.
So it's actually para siyang lutuan.
Yeah. It just displays how many hours remaining or ilang hours yung print.
Does it consume a lot of power?
Approximately 2 to 5 pesos per hour. And that depends.
Is that expensive or that's not expensive?
I don't pay for my bills eh.
Nanay na naman!
I'll find out.
Okay yan.
Then, ito talagang I built this machine ground up based sa meron kami. This
Parang
one from scratch.
Parang ang sarap magpa-demo lang isang how do you print out. So it's like very very therapeutic siguro panoodin how yung gumagalaw-galaw lang siya.
Dapat nga siguro may TikTok dapat kami para mag-grow yung page namin. Pero
okay yan, gawin mo kaya yun. I think madami gumagawa na ganun yung tina-time
time-lapse.
Time-lapse nila, oo. Maglagay ka ng camera, time-lapse mo lang, how long. Okay yun, ganda kaya dun. Tapos gawa ka ng mga characters that people like na makaka-relate sila.
Tapos ang pang na rin, para sa page ko. Pero,
Oo, basta promote natin, guys. 3D shed, guys. Punta nyo na yung 3D shed. Ipakita mo nga yung link, Dave. Saan sila pwede pumunta para makita nila yung amazing works ni Timothy?
Just go to my page, 3D Shed PH.
Ayan,
It's managed by my brother who's a fourth year student.
There you go.
And then, ito naman, I also do carbon fiber cutting sa drone industry namin. Ito, half 3D printed and half manual lagare, traditional method.
That's where Jeff made his that's yung bagong
Yeah,
bagong
dito ginawa yung drone.
Wow.
This is how I make it.
Binayaran ka naman ni Jeff, no?
Siyempre. Meron akong pa-giveaway actually sa ngayon eh.
Wow, talaga? Anong giveaway
Magbibigay
mo?
ako ng drone frame actually.
Uy, astig ah!
Through his YouTube channel. So, guys, check him out.
Ay, nako, madami na yan. Paano ba yan? Galing! Akatuwa. As in, like, really enjoy. I mean, hindi pa tayo tapos ha. Kala mo tapos na tayo. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Dahil pa mga tanong-tanong. Ano pa yung on the practical side of things? It can be turned into a business, right?
Yeah.
Like what you're doing now. So,
Yep.
pero ikaw, you actually focused, not stuck, but you actually focused on, because your first love was RC.
Yeah.
So, by natural progression, you fell in love with drones as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, there's so many intricate parts and you can actually see them fly,
Yeah.
which is like the one that's really interesting. So
Yeah.
now ginawa mo siyang as a business na rin.
Yeah.
So in the community itself, you actually do the parts for
Yes.
people who want to customize their drones.
Mhm.
But
If
anything else,
you don't
wala
know
na
how
ba?
if you don't know how to 3D model, I can also do it for the client.
Oh, talaga?
Yeah.
Like any type or may specific type lang of 3D modeling?
May specific, basta wag yung action figures.
Challenging
Sobrang hirap nun eh.
Ma-challenging nga action figure. Naisip ko rin eh, parang nga, no?
Sa lahat ng 3D modeling, I think that's the hardest. I think it's easier to design let's say a Gopro mount, to make a box, parang assortment tools or even tools itself. It's easier to design tools compared to an action figure.
Oh, pero anong mas mabenta?
Action figures actually. What do they call this? The rise of the geeks, but I don't want to call it.
Rise of the nerds. Rise of the nerds.
Rise of the nerds. Kasi yung everyone, because dati na may mga mahilig ka sa superheroes, you're called the geek, you're the loser.
Geek, yeah.
Pero ngayon, when you see someone who's into Marvel, anime, they're cool, di ba? Even Pokemon ngayon, it's really trending right now. Have you seen the Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Grabe, ang mahal.
Mahal! As in, last week, we did like a toy collection because si Roji does, he's also in the aviation industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started collecting, because he travels, he started collecting mga Transformers.
Yeah.
Like yung mga malalaki talagang Transformers. Like sabi niya, tapos sabi niya, actually kala mo it's hindi yung transformation yung hinahabol niya, it's the engineering daw. Like literally sabi niya, ang galing ng pagkaisip ng how they actually yung pag-ikot-ikot daw, pag-transform into a car. Sabi niya, that's not a simple thing. There's an engineering component to the whole process. And it's just amazing.
Totoo yan, totoo.
Tapos yun nga, napunta kami sa Pokemon. Sabi niya, ano yung mga Pokemon na worth mga nasa, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. Especially yung mga first generation na Pokemon na nilabas. Yung mga Pokemon cards. Ay, dude, ang mamahal. Like $50,000 pesos yata. $500,000. Meron pa nga pinag-usapan nga namin. Pati yung mga, alam mo yung mga Happy Meal na toys, di ba? Parang feeling ko nga, parang lang yun, 3D printing lang yung mga Happy Meal na toys. Dude, $100 isa, especially kung mga 1980s, 1990s na Happy Meal. Pag meron ka doon, pwede mo daw ibenta.
It's like naging parang talagang investment no?
Oh, who would have thought yung mga toys na ganyan will become like something that's gonna make you money pala.
And the fact that there are people actually buying them.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think it actually more of, it relives their childhood. Something that is a very generational kind of thing. You want to have a collection like that. And then you want to pass it on to your to your kids who will probably
You
fall
want
in love.
your kids to know what you were playing with, right?
Exactly.
Actually, same
Tsaka,
thing dito sa 3D printing. Let's say, actually know some like middle-aged people who got into 3D printing who are now reliving their childhood. Yun nga yung Voltes 5.
oh
They're
yeah.
3D. They're not just 3D printing one. They're 3D printing 2, 3, 4. Tapos ang binebenta sa pinsan-pinsan. Pero it's since ang mamahal kasi rin ng Voltes 5 and then yun nga mga iba sira-sira na. They're just 3D printing it just to show their kids na, uy, ito yung laruan namin nung bata kami.
Oo, tama. Tsaka yung mga ano, I remember, actually the Transformers became very popular only
Yeah.
because of the movies eh. But if you actually saw like in 1990s, yung mga talagang maliliit lang nga sila, yung mga ganyan lang talaga yung Transformers. Hindi naman ngayon, ang lalaki. Massive na yung mga Transformers ngayon eh.
Bigger is better.
Yeah, it's true. Pero nakatawa. So, ngayon, ang negosyo mo ngayon, aside from since you're studying as well, but you put up a business already, which is the 3D shed.
Yeah.
The 3D shed can do mostly, is it mostly for the drone industry? Or for the FPVs? Or is it anything can be done there in the 3D shed?
Anything can be done naman.
Except
Pero
action figures.
to a point.
Right, to a
Kasi
point,
usually
okay.
mga iba gusto nila may paint na eh. We don't do those detailed paints.
Mag-hire ka na, maghanap tayo ng tao para sa'yo na mag-paint.
We can just forward it to someone. It's yung community rin kasi it's we share. Let's say I can't do it. I'll give it to someone else kasi
that's awesome. That's awesome.
we help one another. May mga syempre if dahil sa pandemic madaming nawalan trabaho, 'di ba? So it's also helping them.
May naisip akong idea. Negosyo idea. May mention ko mamaya.
Ayo.
Pwede natin gawin yan.
Ano ba yan? Sa helmet ba yan?
Hindi sa helmet. I'm a big I'm a voracious reader. I love to read a lot. In fact, I do novel reviews, yung Korean and Chinese reviews. Basically, and then many of them, when I do reviews, I thought I was the only one who loves these light novels, but it turns out there's a whole community who actually loves them, that they follow yung mga yung mga characters na yun, that there's actually people who follow it. Like people who go to my YouTube page just to be able to see the reviews, and they actually make a lot of commentaries on the different characters. But walang gumagawa kasi ng characters.
Ayun design?
Hindi, wala pa. As in, no one is doing it. There's a huge community for, like, for example, one of the Korean novels that I read na still ongoing. Grabe yung grabe yung following niya. Like, if it was rated 10 out of 10, nasa 12 na siya o sa 15 out of 10. Yung author na yun, sobrang galing. As in, ang galing niya magsulat, ang galing niya mag-isip, na kasi they write it parang hindi pa siya tapos. Up to now, hindi pa siya tapos. So they still make the storyline up to now. Mga nasa 1,000 chapters na yan, hindi pa rin tapos.
And how many years has it been running?
Mga 4 years na, 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years na. So nagkaroon na silang they started doing the comic, the manhwa version, the manhwa version of it. So pero grabe ang galing. So if you actually tap that market,
solo
that's like
leveling ba yan?
Hindi solo leveling. Solo leveling I like, but lang yun. But there is actually much better storylines than that one. Like the one I'm mentioning is that actually hindi siya ganun kalala sa Philippines, pero outside kilala siya. Trash of the
Pakwento na lang.
Oo,
ganda rin kasi yung mga Korean novels eh.
Gusto ko nga gawa ng live stream yun, pero wala akong mahanap dito mahilig pag ganun kasi. So anyway, negosyo natin yan. Gawa tayo ng gano'n.
Pwede.
Ayun, so ano pa gusto mo i-share in terms of like the hobby that you do and then the things that you're doing?
pakita ko nga yung prosthetic.
At saka yung mga ginagawa mo ng prosthetics.
Since my brother is into medicine, we're collaborating with my batchmate nun sa high school. He's into prosthesis.
Ito yung mga nawala ng kamay, nawala ng paa.
Yeah.
But may gumagawa na pala dito sa Philippines?
Yes.
Oh, pero paano siya? How does it work? Dude, you should create there's so many applications for what you're doing. Literally, there's so many. Oh, wow! Legit ba yan?
Yeah. Brother ko yung nag-program. Ako sa electronics.
Ang henyo naman ng pamilya mo. Wait. That thing works? How does it work? Like, how does it move?
Basically, what you call a servo. Actually, so nasa loob siya. Then it's pulling strings like your tendons to actuate your fingers.
Wait, does it connect to the nerves?
May motors sa loob. It is going to be possible pero wala dyan sa system nito. It is going to be possible but not right now. Hintayin natin si Elon Musk.
Idol mo rin ba yun?
Yeah.
Ano talaga yan? Yun ang out of the box thinker talaga and doesn't follow the norm. Since wala, I'll create one. Ganun ang mindset niya.
Yan mismo. May mga, that's our kind of thinking here sa me and my brother. Kung wala kami, let's just make it. Like Rick and Morty style.
Grabe.
If there's a problem, we'll fix it.
I'm so happy that Jeff introduced me to you. Like, these are like, ang sarap makasama ng mga ganyan. I mean, can you see can I see some of your works?
In
the pictures.
Pictures.
That's the one that you've done?
Sure.
Those are... Ayun sabi ni Thomas, potential, muscle sensors.
Yon, muscle sensors.
Sir, sabi natin kay Sir Thomas, pwede ba kayo invite next time? Pwede ka ba sumali?
Actually, kung gusto nyo makita brother ko, pwede siyang sumingit dito.
Ay, sige, sama mo na, dali!
Oh, ka-invite ko.
Hello!
Talaga.
Asan?
What's up?
Idol! Grabe, idol! Isa pa palang idol! Tapos naka-opa pa,
Actually, I heard
opa!
the stream, may konting delay. Oh,
Dahil lang natin, di pala ito naka-speaker yung ano ko eh. So,
Sabi ko,
Hello.
opa levels ka rin pala, opa. Nakalagay opa.
oh. The anime geeks don't know.
Ang galing. I mean, I saw what you did. The hands. It's amazing, dude. It's amazing.
Actually, it's a cool collaboration with this batchmate kasi. So, we worked on it. Ako lang yung sa programming. And then, yung batchmate niya yung nag-design ng model, yung actuation. Kasi he's actually studying prosthesis. So, actually, dream ko rin as a med student is to make devices, a variety of devices. And it was a good opportunity na I could work with someone who specializes in prosthesis. And then, Timmy helped us electronics. Tapos ako na yun sa programming. And everything flowed really great. Like,
you guys are made up of mga geniuses pala, nakakatuwa.
You're a genius yourself.
No.
Everyone's
I'm a person who's a very ganito lang. But gawa tayo na you should invite you kayong dalawa for a show and show us what you've done. Like, those are really crazy stuff, dude. Like, people should know about what you're doing.
It's
Like,
great.
seriously.
Like, we should really sharing that challenge kasi is the balancing ng what we're doing.
studies versus actually doing the business sideline.
alam mo, in anything, in any passion project, that's the norm. That's the norm. That's really the norm. That's gonna be like your lifestyle, really. If you're passionate about something, if you're doing something of business, it's gonna be part of your life already. So it's a given already. But as long as you have fun doing it and you're actually creating like awareness and a community out of it, the satisfaction, the fulfillment of parang basic offsets all the tiredness, the sleepless nights, the everything else. It makes it worthwhile doing. Like with you guys, dude, I am just blown away. Like Jeff was telling me nga lang na it's just kala ko lang it's about robotics and then 3D printing, but there's a whole new world now that was like opened up to me about 3D printing that I didn't know.
It's actually amazing what you can see. Like,
oh my god, it is super cool. It's super cool. As in, mind blown. Galing. Sama kayo next time. Invite kita.
oh, sure.
Yay! Lahat ba kayo simula sa letter T? Lahat ng pangalan niya ba? Thomas, Timothy? Or ganun, nagkasadya lang talaga?
Should we ask our parents why?
About.
But letter T yung name na.
I don't know.
Parang Thomas, Timothy. May kapatid ba kayo? Ay, kayong dalawa
Catholic
lang.
tayo kasi.
Kami
Timothy
dalawa lang.
and Thomas. So, Catholic background.
Background.
Yeah, the saints. Pero
The
but
saints.
but T.
Baka may reason.
There's a reason. We'll know next time.
Sige. We should go. You should join us next time and do like the medical side of it. I really love the
Yes.
the prosthetics. It's really like it's probably it's especially now with the technology, you can help so many people.
Yeah,
so
that's
many
the
people.
goal.
The practical application to that, especially for Filipinos who are who probably lost an arm or a leg because of certain sicknesses or whatever like that. They have some hope, but they can have some can do something about it. And you guys are just blazing the trail with that. It's just crazy. That's just amazing. I'm super impressed. Super odd talaga. I'm odd. I think that's the right word. I'm odd. Galing.
Thanks.
Galing. Sige.
I'll leave the stream to Tim.
Yeah, back to Tim.
Thank you.
Back to you, Tim. Hindi
Yo.
mo narinig yung sinabi ko, pero like, wow, I'm just so overwhelmed. So much
Runs in the blood.
Yeah. I'm so happy that your mom and your dad is like they really provided you and supported you with these things, because that's just amazing parents that they can actually guide you towards like following your passion projects and really supporting you all throughout, no? Like considering kahit na nag-aaral ka pa ng aviation and you're still doing all these things on the side, even your business, it's just grabe, idol ang mom and dad. Say hi, mom and dad. Pwede niyo ba akong i-adopt na rin?
Naku, may kakaroon pa rin sa pang kapatid.
Marunong po ako maghugas ng pinggan. Magluto. Galing. Say, would you like to talk about your 3D shed? Like if you wanna tell people about what you do, and maybe if you wanna show the Facebook page.
So, naka-link na pala.
Yeah, nakalink na. Yes,
so yeah,
for sure.
guys, we do custom drone parts, Gopro mounts, actually phone case. Actually, wala akong mapakita ngayon kasi I'm going to print a new one. Actually, nagluma na rin. And gifts, like, lithophanes, yung iniilaw in the, wala lang akong picture dito eh. Lithophane.
Are you based in Manila?
I'm based in Parañaque City.
Madaming kainan.
Yeah, lapit sa BF Homes.
BF Homes, tama. Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah. These are lithophanes. And then logos, like yung Game Silog.
Wait, sorry. This one, Little Fames, and is it actually like 3D printing rin yan?
Yeah, it's 3D printed. You'll just turn, sa likod niya may light bulb.
Oh.
Then keychains, like this one, necklace actually to.
Natatanggal siya?
Yeah,
Parang
natatanggal
yin,
yan.
parang,
It's
parang
yin
yin
and
yan.
yang.
Oh, tama,
Yin
yin and yang. Galing! Kang galing. Oh, nice.
It's for couples.
Yeah, wow. Sana all. Sana all may couple. Sa pag gumawa, ang sarap tuloy magkaroon ng 3D printing. Dave, can you share the Facebook page? I mean, the actual page itself, like the website. Ay, the actual share screen Facebook page na. So the people can actually see your page. I'm sure. Dude, magkakaroon ka madaming fans. Feeling ko talaga, sa
Wala,
talent.
small time lang yan. Just...
may nagtanong, it's like, do you make Funko Pop? Guys, you have questions pala, please do ask. If you have any questions.
Currently we can, pero sometimes the cost to custom Funko Pop is kinda unreasonable kasi modeling fee din kasi, it's a talent fee.
What's a talent fee? I mean, like, parang
It's,
artista ka rin. Magbabayad ko ng
you have
royalty.
to 3D model, syempre. And pag customize talaga, it can cost up to 10,000.
Yeah, how much pala yun? How much does it cost to have like a custom design or custom printed?
Let's say
like
GoPro mounts like this. This one
Yeah.
is 400, 350 pesos. When you go to the, let's say the action figure and medyo malaki, it can cost 1,000. Pag customized, 5,000 plus. It's really depends sa artist sa nag-design. Because it also takes time to make.
So, in your case, is it an all-in kind of thing? Like, if I had something that ikaw na yung bahala? Or you would basically quote mo na lang how much it's gonna cost? There's no fixed price for it?
There's no fixed price kaagad because it's also time-based.
Yeah.
Depends kasi may mga revision pa yan. Oh, you want this to be smaller, this section. So, we'll continuously edit the file until it's really up to your liking.
So uunahin mo na yung design and then before it's actually printed out, no? Tama lang.
Yeah.
Kasi mas magastos nga naman kung nagkamali ka pa sa pag-print out.
Yeah.
That's a carbon one, no? That's a carbon...
Yeah, that's carbon fiber.
Yan ang ginagkailan lang kay Jeff, no?
Yes.
Galing. Astig. And that one
Brother,
is...
kayong mga more of medical devices.
What's that?
Pang hospitals, IV drip, pang mga dextrose. Usually you count how many yung dosage or how many drops per minute.
Oh, fuck. That's true. But, kailangan ba nila yan?
May mga ganyan na pero mahal eh. This one's a cheaper alternative.
How much is that one?
Only my brother can tell.
Natin. There's someone who asked, can you print, Dave, pakita natin mga questions.
Siyempre, engineering prototypes, of course.
Hindi, next question, nasagot na yan. Thank you. Can you print engineering prototypes?
Yes, of course. It's actually my background then. It's like since drones are also related to engineering, robotics, we can also do that. Pag di kaya, I can also forward you to a licensed engineer. Ako kasi parang engineeran.
I think mas relatable yung engineering na may based on experience na ginagawa na talaga.
Me, two different parts, pero engineering kasi talaga is like optimization of everything.
That's
I was just like, let's overkill it. Let's do it.
dire-diretso na, ano?
Oo.
Sige, ano pa ba? Ano pa ba ang pwede natin, I think, no, we're already out of time. But still, dude, it's amazing. The stories, the things you shared, just crazy. That's just amazing.
Pero yung Experience Philippines, I'm willing to gift you guys a logo.
Oy, pwede!
Stand.
Pwede. We
Diba?
can, may nagtanong, Timothy, sa
CAD, nag-design na mo. Progress CAD? Or with, program siguro ng CAD. Double check on what's CAD. Sa CAD,
Ayan.
software ko, I use Fusion 360. Okay, CAD, pang architectural. Pero, I'll share my screen.
Go.
What I use to 3D model. So, I use Fusion 360.
Mm-hmm.
This one's what I use. The Gopro Mounts, I have a lot more to show kaso babagal yung laptop ko dito. Mga
Okay.
heavy duty. Let me show you something.
So you use Fusion?
Yeah, this one is free. Naka-education license ako.
Autodesk pala yan eh.
Yeah.
Magaling talaga Autodesk sa 3D. They use it
May
even for
SolidWorks din. May mga nagka-crack dyan pero ayoko lang sa SolidWorks because it's really heavy on the computer.
Oh, I think you need a very powerful computer to,
Yeah.
especially to
This one kasi it's
design.
cloud-based and you just need an internet to make something. Tapos very intuitional. It's like drawing on a paper and telling it to kapalan lang yung drawing mo.
Oh.
You can extrude. Yun na nga, malaki yung file na
Okay lang.
pinubo.
Okay
Ayun.
lang. Ay, wow. Yan ang RC.
Yeah.
Carbon, magiging carbon ba yan? Half carbon, or half? Half.
More of 3D print lang to pwede. Kasi carbon fiber, I
Gastos.
don't always try to go carbon fiber kasi hazardous rin yung dust niya dust particles.
Oo nga pala, you have to be very careful. Safety.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful with gas kasi baka masingot mo nga siya. Tama.
Yes. Ito, mga 3D models na hindi ko na ginagalaw.
Ayun, sinagot natin si Rafael. Rafael, it's actually, he uses Autodesk Fusion. Down, ano ba yung free version? It's a paid version,
It's
no?
free, it's free.
It's free.
So,
Raph, it's,
any questions?
Wala pa so far. Ako nakikitang questions. Dave, may question ka? Paano ba mag-apply kay 3D Shed?
I also teach. I'm very friendly to those who have who's just new into 3D printing. I do teach them for free sometimes. Pag sobrang matanong na and when it comes to the point you're breaking your 3D printer and asking me to fix it, of course I'll charge you.
Oo naman, I think you should. That's a skill set that you have. Paturo mag 3D modeling. May bayad yan. May bayad. Mahal daw pag ikaw.
Honestly, it's just YouTube.
Anyway, we don't have much time, but I really want to say thank you. Thank you to you for joining us. I mean, spending time in the evening, sharing your talent and you're sharing your skills on 3D printing because sabi mo nga it opens up a whole new world, especially if you have seeing your imagination come into life in actuality. That's just like blows you away, no? So
Yes.
we hope you could and we're very much happy that you're part of the Experience Philippines community when it comes to this, especially for people who are going to be interested in learning more about this. At the same time, they can actually acquire your service, especially if they need especially if they're for travel and they need anything that can be customized in terms of their, pagkuha ng mga whatever, pictures or GoPro or even I don't know, for DJI, mga drones. Sa
Protection,
DJI.
tripod mounts.
Yeah. So anything can be done. So yeah, we love to have you again. Since you and your brother, I really enjoyed it so much.
I'll try to invite someone. The one I was
Sige.
talking about.
Sige. Pero baka busy yung tao niya. Pero maganda.
There's more to him talaga, I promise.
I'm sure.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Of course, anytime. Thank you very much for joining the community as well. So I'd like everyone to go and for those who are watching, they can please go to his Facebook page, which is 3D Shed PH. You can get to see all his works. If you need customized 3D designs or 3D works that you need help with, you can get in touch with them. And also join us in Experience Philippines community. There is kapatid mo talaga, big fan ka. Join us in Experience Philippines community. We do have a lot of experiences like this, or amazing people that you can actually meet, get to talk to, get to be part with, connect with. So Tim is as well as there's gonna be part of the Experience Philippines community, part ng drone community rin. So ang dami nating community.
It's a small world.
It's a small world. Yeah.
Next
so maraming
thing,
salamat. Maraming.
Nakalipad ka na. I'll be your pilot.
Oo nga. Baka mamaya, aeroplano pa lang sa kanya, siya pa yung pilot nun. Di ba? Hindi natin masabi.
Till next time in Experience Philippines.
Yay! Thank you very much, Timothy. Super thank you talaga for spending time. Again, guys, so head to his page, 3D Shed PH, if you need anything for 3D stuff, 3D printing. So we'll see each other again. Tim, see each other na ulit. Magkwentuhan tayo ulit. Alright, thank you guys for a wonderful evening with you. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Meron kami tomorrow for Camila, which is like a passion for women. And then we have also a morning show for a virtual tour in Naga City. So let's all, if you guys can come tomorrow and just watch our episodes in our Facebook page and our YouTube page. Yeah. Yay, see you guys.
Thank you everyone.
Tim, wag ka muna mag-exit. Si Dave.
Okay.